right. So welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. All right. So with today's episode, I got a question about alimony. Okay. So even though we don't really like to talk about divorce, it's really kind of it's a horrible subject. Somebody's marriage has gone wrong and they've chosen to end it. And so now we're talking about, things like alimony and child support. But this question was mainly, was about alimony. Is alimony tax deductible? Okay. So the question is, the answer to the question is for a little while longer. So let's talk about it. Okay. So of course we had tax reform, and with tax reform, there were some changes to the deductibility of alimony. So up until December 31st of 2018, alimony will be tax deductible for the payor and taxable to the receiver. Okay. But for divorces that are finalized after December 31st, 2018, starting January 1st, 2019, alimony will no longer be tax deductible for the payer and no longer be taxable for the receiver. So so there are a lot of folks is like, okay, we need to hurry up and get down with finalizing this divorce because, so here's the math behind it. All right. So people what is the big deal about alimony? Well, here's the thing. So historically, the person that's paying the alimony is in a higher tax bracket than the person that's receiving the alimony. And so as far as tax collection goes, the IRS was collecting fewer taxes because the receiver of alimony was generally in a lower tax bracket, therefore paid lower taxes on the alimony. But now changing all of that, that's going to be more tax money received to the government because historically the payer has been in a higher tax bracket, therefore will pay more taxes on that alimony. So it's got nothing to do with who's taking care of who. It's really more of how those tax dollars are going to land in the government's pockets. Okay. So when it comes down to, to finalizing your divorce, if that is the route that you have gone and, and the funny thing is that, you're going to have two competing agendas, right? Because the person that's receiving alimony doesn't want to pay taxes and the person that's paying the alimony wants to make it tax deductible. So now, people are going to really have to come to some sort of agreement. Because really, it would be more beneficial for the payer to get the divorce finalized by the end of the year, because then those divorces would be grandfathered in, where if you wait that one more day to January 1st, 2019, then the receiver will benefit more because they no longer have to worry about paying taxes on alimony received. So now you're going to have competing agendas and people are really just going to have to just work stuff out, right? That's really what it boils down to. The other question I get along with alimony is also child support. Child support is not tax deductible to the payer and it's also not taxable to the receiver. Same thing. Okay. So it's not about, listen, like people the government just needs to stay out your business. It's not the government being in your business. It's the government, collecting more money, from these support payments, okay, from your spousal support and your child support. But child support falls in the same category. It hasn't been, I don't know when the change was, but it's not tax deductible for the payer and it's not taxable to the receiver. So, so when it comes down to that, folks just really have to sit down and have conversations and act like adults, even if things have gone bad. I am not a divorce attorney. I'm not a mediator and all of that. I'm just a tax professional, and just to tell you how it affects you on the tax end. Okay. So yeah, that's the story on alimony. It's a short and sweet one today, but December 31st, 2018 is the deadline for alimony to be tax deductible for the payer and taxable to the receiver. Once the clock strikes 12 midnight on 1/1/2019 and the carriage turns back into a pumpkin and all of that stuff, that's when the switch happens. And that's just it, you guys. All right. So even though it's a short and sweet one, I really hope this helps you out, because you know what? Taxes is not just one thing. Okay. It's not just business. It's not just personal. It's all encompassing. All right. So with that, you definitely want to make sure that you consult with a tax professional about your specific tax situation, because everybody's situation is different. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning into Home Biz Tax Talk. Again, we air Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish, and you can tune in right here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.